What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 2 of Cyber Ray 1976's and Movie John 75's new YouTube series called VHS Video Store Memories. And last time I was the one behind the camera, or I was the one in front of the camera. Movie John was behind the camera. This time we have switched roles, and now he is in front of the camera. I'm behind the camera because I'm not as familiar with this video store as Movie John is. Now he's going to be able to tell you a whole lot more about this video store than I can, because I'm not that familiar with this video store. I just remember the name of it, and I vaguely remember it being here. I never did ever come to this particular video store, and so you're going to have to be the one to
Yeah, what's going on, gangs? This is Movie John 75 here with Cyber Ray 1976. As he done told you, we're on location in Princeton on Stafford Drive, and this used to be a video store, the very first video store I ever remember when I was growing up, called Adventureland Video. If you can look inside here, you can actually see like a bar and stuff still looks like set up. I don't know over the years what it used to be after that. I remember one time it was a bike shop, so I don't know, I don't really remember that bar, the way they got that set up. But at one time, boy, it looks pretty shitty in there now.
Yeah, it looks rough, doesn't it?
But this was one of the video stores back in like 83, 84. It was one of the very first ones I ever remember in this area. And it was called Adventureland Video. And I remember coming to this video store a long time ago. I was about 8 or 9 years old when it was here. And first memory I can ever remember, if you watch my older videos, I got a video called VHS Memories. And I talk about my dad coming here and renting a VCR at the time, before we even had a VCR, because VCRs was like $8,000 back then, and they were big and gawky.
I remember those days.
So I don't remember how much he paid for the VCR to rental or whatever, but it came in a case that looked like a pizza box nowadays that they would come and deliver your pizza in.
I remember those days.
And it was blue,
yeah,
but it said Adventureland Video in yellow on it.
Yeah.
And I remember coming in here, like I said, and seeing like big boxes of Lucio Fulci's Zombie, Faces of Death, clamshells.
Oh yeah.
And I was amazed that I only 8 years old. And one time, my dad rented one of them VCRs, brought it home, and had a blank tape in it. And we didn't have nothing on it, so we was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, we got a free movie, you know." So he puts it in the VCR and go ahead and plays it, and Police Academy's on there, the very first movie. So he fast forwards it through that, and it's First Blood. And then after that, it was Missing in Action, the first one, and then it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one too.
Oh wow.
And the funny thing is you could tell that at that time you could dub stuff real easy. Hook one VCR to another VCR,
Yeah.
and dub it, and it had all the words to it and everything. So somebody had, actually rented the videos, probably got a VCR, and then they rented one here, and then decided to dub the movies. So funny thing is, the actual Adventureland Video calls my dad, because they know he rented out the VCR to him. I don't know how many they had, if they had numbers on or what, and asked him if he had found a movie, that someone left their movie in there. So my dad's just like, "No, I ain't found no movie," So we got to keep the VHS tape. I don't know how many times I watched that over and over. And it was one of them rental ones that was BASF. You remember them?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it was one of them tapes. I remember it. And then so I've stuck the sticker on it, wrote down what was on the VHS tape, and the rest is history. So, like I said, this was back in 83, 84, the real big hype of video stores coming out. And before we got one locally where I was from in Glenwood, this is the one that we used to go to. And another video, we'll show that one off. That one's called Glenwood Video.
Okay, now that one I am familiar with.
Yeah.
I normally didn't rent much from there, but now when they went out of business and started selling their videos off, now that's when I cleaned them out real good.
You gotta save that for another video.
Oh yeah,
for that
yeah.
video.
I don't want to give too many juicy details, but
if you can look at this, like I said, right here. I mean, it's the 3 little stores right here. It was right next to Rose's. And like I said, I don't know how long it's been since anyone's even been here. Look at this one over here.
Now, do you remember what this store on the end was?
No, I don't remember that. that. Or
So
this one. But
that's
see,
the
this
first
one.
one.
This one says crabs on it. Look at this one over here on the side.
It must be a whorehouse.
Hermit crab. So this must, well, really, this is the same. I just now noticed this is actually the same window. But at the time, I don't remember. I think they knocked a wall or something down because I don't remember it being two doors to the place. Might actually be 3 doors now. If I look over here and see, yeah, they tore the walls out. So,
Yeah.
you know, it used to be 3 different spots. I remember one time, years later in the 90s, it was a bike shop at one time. So maybe they knocked the walls down then. But I remember just like, I remember it was really, it wasn't like this big. I know it wasn't this big. It was a lot smaller. So I think it was each individual spot back then.
This is where I got my puppy. My dog Nilla.
Oh, yeah?
There for a very short while. It wasn't in business for very long because if you remember right, and it was actually on the news, this was a video store, and they had like a whole bunch of violations when they had to get shut down because I guess it must have been, I don't know if it was OSHA or whoever, someone came in and checked this place out, and there was a lot of violations. They had they found like cat dog feces all over the place in the back room. There was the cats were like malnourished, and they had.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's been probably about. Well, my dog is bought him in 2013. So, and I got him here when they just opened up. It wasn't very long, and it wasn't very long after I bought him that they shut this place down. So it's been about. It's been probably a little over 3 years ago. It was. I'd say the pet store was probably in business probably no more than maybe a couple months, and that's about it.
Tore the damn walls out. But that's cool that you can see that sign. If you can see that sign in there, that looks like something that would be in a video store. They have, you know, like new releases or something on it.
Right.
That's what that looks like to me. But
Me
I don't
too.
know. It's been such a long time ago. Like I said, I was 8 years old when I came here.
Yeah. Now you're a lot more familiar with this particular video store than me. Now, what would you say the years of operation for this particular store was when they were in business?
Well, it was probably here 82 or 83, or maybe even 84, maybe up to like 90, maybe. I don't really know if it even lasted that long. I really don't remember because, like I said, when ours got a store, because they started popping up everywhere after that, and where I lived in Glenwood area, Glenwood Video popped up, so we went and got that because it was just about 3 miles down the road. Got the membership card, started going there a lot more. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't really remember how long it lasted, but I just remember this was the very first one that I ever remember in Princeton. It might have been another one somewhere else, but at that time, this is the oldest one that I can remember. Adventureland Video.
That's why I never came to this one because we didn't move to this area until, well, we didn't move to Bluefield until '88. We moved to Athens in '87, and I lived in Athens from '87 to '88, and I think we moved to Bluefield at the end of '88. And then when we moved to Bluefield, we went to Vidiots, we went to New Concept Video, we went to Kenmar Video, and we went to Moncay Video. Now all of those are in Bluefield, and we never.
If nobody knows where Bluefield is, it's only about 10 miles down the road. So,
Right.
And we got a mall there and a few other things. So once we do most of the ones in Princeton, we'll probably wander over to Bluefield. And Eddie knows a lot more about the Bluefield.
Oh,
ones,
yeah,
'cause
definitely.
I don't remember going to any one of them except for one that was over in Graham area that I remember, but it's been tore down. But we can go to the damn spot where it was at one time if you want to.
I'll eventually we'll eventually go to the old Kenmar Video, Moncay
They're
Video.
still up too, ain't they? The buildings.
The buildings are, but not, of course, not the businesses they're in.
Yeah.
But I think the old Kenmar Video, I think that's been several different things since they since they moved out.
Yeah.
I think it's a used car lot now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and Moncay Video, I think.
We have another one over here. It's called Video Plaza that we'll do eventually, and we'll have ECW fan do.
Yeah.
That's on that one.
He wants to join us for that
Yeah.
particular special
And the funny
episode.
thing about that one is, just a few weeks ago, it was a Weight Watchers place, and then I went by it the other day, and they didn't tear the damn sign down, and now it's nothing again. So when we get there, it'll be like this. So I guess we're gonna head on out here and do another video in maybe a week or two, and show you some more VHS and video store memories.
And next time I'll be the one in front of the camera next
We're
time.
gonna switch around, but I'm gonna get my selfie stick out, and we're gonna do both of us in one of them. How about that?
That'll work.
People will be looking at us big time then. But until next time, gangsters.
Woo!